That's an inside joke. Yeah, let's hope that we can keep using it, air quotes. Hey, welcome to Addicted to Film, episode 6. Travis
6 already?
Thompson. It is, man.
Wow.
Stay with the bit, Bliss.
Feels like 30.
Episode 6. I'm representing. You see my shirt, Travis. Look. It's
Who is
DC
that?
Rising. Don't be a hater.
Christ's
You live in
sake.
this area, man. The second round of the playoffs start tomorrow.
No, thank you. No,
the
thank you.
Pacers, the Wiz. We don't take them in 6.
You know, I'm not allowed to really talk about this because, the Bulls are my team.
I'm sorry. My apologies,
back
man.
when I gave a crap about the NBA, the Bulls are my team.
My apologies,
So,
man.
and we used to, whoop up on y'all. So I'm a little upset that they had to actually.
Hey, man, even a
lose
broken
2
clock is right twice a day, man. And at some point,
It's
it all
okay.
comes around, man.
It's okay because next year you'll be 2-20 and it'll be fine and I'll be okay. I'll be happy again.
All right. Well,
We all happy.
watch this. Travis and I will continue basketball banner on the side, but today we have
This ain't
what
NBA
I call
talk. This ain't NBA
No,
talk.
this ain't
We're not
NBA
gonna
talk.
We're not going to talk down Sterling.
No, we're not.
We can't talk
No,
down
we're
Sterling.
not. See, that was good how you slid that in. But no, today we have a singular show. There's literally only one major movie that we're going to talk about today, and that's
Right.
coming up later on in the show. Of course, that movie is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Which, I saw the picture of Don Sterling, and we will talk about that a little later on. Travis, who's being silly along with Jordan.
That was my
That's
bad. I
funny.
derailed it.
That's
Right.
funny, yo.
Hey, man, but welcome to the show, man. What's going on, soul brother?
Not much, man. Not much.
I missed my Travis time, man. Did we see any movie this week?
No.
Damn.
It was actually kind of enjoyable, I thought. We need that break, man. And, I ain't trying to diss you or nothing. I'm just saying we need that separation, that time.
Now, everybody out there watching, now hold on a
Yeah,
second.
no, it's like-
hold
no,
on a
it's-
second.
it's
Look
like-
straight ahead, man. Are we looking into the camera? Is our camera set up right, Jordan? I got a feeling. I feel like I'm kind of cockeyed. That we kind of off kilter, off center or something.
Yeah, we might be a little bit off.
All right, so Jordan just try to fix the camera. Let me see it. Let me see
Can't
what
fix
this
the
works.
fact that you're cockeyed. We can fix the camera.
Did that work? Is that better?
I think it looks pretty
You eat good. See, this is what I love about live radio, man. Hey. I feel like the Matrix. Look, hey.
All right, now we're good. All right, but
Go ahead, man.
Look, I ain't trying to insult you, but you need
You
that
were
time.
trying. You were trying to
No,
insult me,
it's
man.
like,
We
it's
bumped up, did
it's like-
12 days of movies at Sundance.
right, and that was enough.
We had to be in the same room. It was crazy, man. It was one of the most horrific times of my life.
It was an endurance test. But look,
It was.
it's just
Nah,
but it's like when you said this is episode 6 already. I was like, damn, it's 6. It feels like 30. It's like a marriage. It's just like, wow, really? It's been only.
well, if it's
like a marriage and I'm here too.
I'm the guy.
I'm the side guy.
It's all good. It's all good. We're here in the studio. It smells like somebody just had a buffet in here, and it's because somebody
They really did just have a buffet in
I
here.
know.
I got
I should've
one of
got-
the
I should've
tacos.
got
You should have
some.
got one, player.
should've got one,
Shoot,
but-
that was hot.
trying to be good.
They were banging.
I'm trying to be good. But no, it's like you said, though. We only got one movie to talk about this week, and that's The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But we're not talk about that right away. We're gonna talk about some big news that went down a few days ago.
You think that news is big?
I think it's big. It was big enough to post on our Facebook page.
So,
which is.
But you got to understand, you're a geek, and I'm not. Right. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
You say that because I got the Gambit T-shirt on. I don't know
Yeah,
why that makes
I
me a
respect
geek.
your geekology, man. I mean, your whole nerdnistic.
I don't know what word that was.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to make something up on the fly, but
Very nice.
but no, seriously, I thought it was big news. Now we talking about.
We're talking Justice League right now.
Well,
talking
I
Justice
definitely
League
have
right
some
now.
opinions. Let's get into that
Well,
now.
I wanted to bring it up with you specifically because
I'm the DC guy.
You like DC Comics.
I do.
And I'm the
I do.
Marvel guy.
And I do.
So the news is that Zack Snyder's Justice League movie has been confirmed, and to me, this is huge. I think this is huge because
I think it's huge as well. I think it's going to be hugely disappointing. That's what I think it's huge. And let me just say this. Let me just say this, Travis. You and I have gone back and forth. You know I'm a DC guy. I know you're a Marvel guy, right?
Right.
I think, and I think we've talked about this since maybe last week or in some earlier show, that I think what Marvel is doing is absolutely correct on how they planned out the universes. How do you pronounce his last name? Is it Feige?
Kevin Feige.
Feige. I think the way that he has sat down with his lieutenants and they have put together a plan for Universe 1, Universe 2. It's absolutely brilliant, and that the folks at DC should be copying that blueprint instead of this whole rushed, we're going to let Zack Snyder, we're going to give the keys to Zack Snyder, let him direct all the movies. You got Ben Affleck as a part of the damn, as
What
Batman.
is the problem with that? What is
No,
the
but I'm
problem
saying
with
you
that?
got Ben Affleck. He got an Oscar-winning director.
That's a great idea.
Let him direct the Justice
He didn't
League.
want to. They asked him.
Okay, first of all, if you give him enough money, suddenly people's minds change. Don't tell me he doesn't want to do it.
You don't think they offered him a ton of money to do it? Of course they did.
You can't compare anything that Ben Affleck's going to do as any kind of superhero, Daredevil, to what Syncope did with The Dark Knight. Like, you know what I mean?
But it's not. It's an unfair comparison, really.
There's
Affleck
nobody
is not
else
in that level.
The Nolan movies.
There's nobody else that can do the Justice League.
The Nolan movies are in a class of their own. Look, the thing I'm surprised by is that they got Zack Snyder to basically set up the entire foundation of their world. You got him doing Man of Steel. You got him doing Batman vs Superman. You got him doing Justice League. Now he's setting up everything, and I think that's not like giving it to Christopher Nolan. It's not like giving it to a director that most people consider is great. It's like giving it to somebody who's 50-50.
He is 50-50, and I was getting ready to say that. Is he going to make Justice League, with a sucker punch sensibility, or will it be a 300 sensibility?
Well, actually, you know what? I think, and Jordan, I think we have a clip of what Zack Snyder's Justice League is actually going to look like. So let's go ahead.
Now, I have not seen this. I have not seen this.
Dresses. Blue underwear with stars on them. I mean, what made her put that on? Look at the weapons they give her. She has a golden lasso that makes you tell the truth. What is she going to do with that? She's going to catch a bad guy. Gotcha. Oh. Damn, he got some big breasts. I wasn't going to say anything earlier, but this lasso has squeezed the truth right out of me. I was reading this old questionnaire when I was little, and it asked us if we could have the powers of any superhero, who would it be? Yeah. Had like the ABC, Superman, the Green Lantern, and I'll never forget this. C was Aquaman. Now who's gonna pick C, Doc? Who would want to be Aquaman? I mean, the powers are only good underwater. You can't be. What can you do underwater? Okay, I can see you're swimming underwater. That's nice, and you can breathe underwater. Okay, that gets a little boring after a while. But then he can talk to the fish. What the hell would you want to say to a fish, Doc? Aquaman swimming around. Hi, fish. Hi, Aquaman. Have you seen anything unusual under the water? Hi, Aquaman. I think some superheroes are prejudiced. Not really racist, but just prejudiced. They only fight crime for the real rich.
Well, I don't know if that's true.
You'll never see Batman in a housing project wasting his time.
Yeah, that's true.
Because see him now, he's just, Robin, didn't we park the car right here?
All right. See, I always love that. That's
hilarious.
That's from a show called Dr. Katz, Professional Therapist, or something like that. From a long time ago, I used to love it, and I always remember that scene right there with Dave Chappelle talking about the Justice League and how stupid they are. And look, as a Marvel guy, I've always felt like the Justice League was pretty cool, and looks like we're addicted to phlegm again.
Yeah, man, why are we addicted to phlegm, man?
What
have I been drinking milk?
I've always
DJ fail.
I've always felt like the Justice League was, as long as you had the core three heroes like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, that was it. Everybody else to me I always felt was lame. And I mean even like the Flash, Green Lantern, they were always a little bit lame to me. And we saw the Green Lantern movie, which should have been cool. It should have been cool. It was awful.
It was.
And it's because that character is really hard to get. If you're going to try to make a character like that and you don't do it right, man, he comes off really cheesy. And
real campy.
And my 8-year-old is really excited to see it, and I was really excited to take him, and I was really glad he passed out because it was really dark. You know what I mean? Like some of that stuff.
It was definitely not good.
No, it wasn't good at all. And that was, they've sort of already moved on. They're kind of pretending that movie doesn't exist.
Sort of like they pretended like Superman Returns doesn't exist.
It's kind of like that, but it's also kind of like how like Marvel and like X-Men Origins Wolverine. Like they don't want you to remember that movie. Like they want you to just be like, yeah, this is the second Wolverine movie about to come out. Nope, it's the third.
Right.
You know, so all the studios do it, but I just think it's interesting that you got DC banking everything on Zack Snyder.
I think it's a mistake, man. I mean, and again, you're talking about a guy who loves DC.
What is it you love about DC?
Man, the characters are iconic, Travis. I mean, let's be serious, man.
Iconic, yes. Good.
Superman. Watch this. Superman. You can't walk the globe and find somebody who doesn't know anything about Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. I mean, I gave you the Hulk. The Hulk, was actually on TV, Bill Bixby, so he's got a huge following. But those other three films, I think the issue is, and I think we talked about it previously as well. Superman is hard to get, man, because Superman is, he's all powerful. He's like a god. I mean, the only thing that can take him down is kryptonite. But it's hard to capture that character.
No, I
it's
agree.
really
No,
hard.
it
I mean,
is.
the first one that had Christopher Reeves, I mean, to be perfectly honest, is almost like the best one.
I'll be honest. I don't think those movies are really good either.
I think it's the best one.
They're iconic for whatever reason. I just never felt like they were all that good. I thought Christopher Reeve was a great Superman.
I thought he was
I
as
just
well.
didn't think the movies.
I thought Margaret Kidder was a horrible Lois Lane, though.
She is a terrible Lois Lane.
Oh,
but they got progressively worse. They just
and who? Brian Singer, Superman Returns.
Brian Singer did Superman Returns.
Did I ever tell you the story about that? That Ivan, a good friend of mine, Ivan Walks, took his son to see it.
No.
It was his birthday, and the scene where Superman gets into the fight and they give him the kryptonite shiv in his back and then kick him over his kid burst out crying. Oh my God, they're killing Superman! Burst out crying to take him out. So
to be
not
fair,
a good experience, man.
To be fair, I know a lot of people who burst out crying while watching that movie, so it's
man.
okay. I understand.
Didn't they try to make Superman like a single father or Lois Lane was a single mother?
They turned Superman into a deadbeat dad.
I mean, it was
what they did. He had a kid.
God,
he had a kid, and he was like not even really. He wasn't even in his life.
Cold War fear.
Oh man! See, when I said he's hard to get, sometimes people come out with theories. That was as you said, DJ fail. That was director fail. Writer fail.
That was a bad idea. But at least
God.
Bryan Singer's back now with X-Men.
Wait a minute, is he really back or is he under litigation?
Is it gonna piss me off like the last ones? Because
we talked about that, didn't we?
We talked about
that.
it.
That a wonderful producer was like, "Hey man, Bryan Singer."
We talked about it last week.
He's like, for
but
real?
No, Bryan Singer is where he belongs with the X-Men right now. He made the first two movies, which were great. I still think X2 is one of the best comic book movies ever made.
I thought X3 was terrible.
X3 is terrible. No one likes it.
Okay.
No one likes X3. In fact, this one is going to try and kind of correct the mistakes
No,
of
I
X3.
like First Class.
First Class is awesome.
I thought First Class was amazing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, First Class is great, and I'm glad.
I love
they're
the
gonna, I'm
X-Men
glad they're going
movies.
to do more with those characters too in this next movie, and I'm glad. I thought the Wolverine was very good too.
I thought the Wolverine was watchable.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it was very good.
I thought it was very good, and I'm glad they're going to do more.
It was
with
better
that.
than the
Are
first.
y'all
one.
like Marvel comic fans or like
No,
Marvel
he's a
movie-
Marvel comic
movie?
I'm a
fan.
Marvel
I'm a
comics
DC comic
You're a
fan.
Wolverine fan and you liked it?
I like the Wolverine. Yeah, the first one, X-Men Origins Wolverine, is awful.
See, I didn't even get to that one because I didn't.
Yeah,
No, that one wasn't. That one wasn't bad.
The first
I'm
one
so
is
mad about
the
that.
first one is awful. The one that came out last year is really good. So
Hugh Jackman.
I like Hugh Jackman. What's wrong with Hugh Jackman?
He's like 6 feet tall. Wolverine's like 5
Hey,
You gotta get over- you gotta get
stay
over
with
that,
the
man.
theme. You got come
Gotta
on, man.
get
Jack
over
Reacher.
that.
Jack Reacher was 6'5". Tom Cruise is 5'7".
You gotta get over it. You
Come
gotta
on,
get
man.
over
Tom
that.
Cruise acts like he's.
Hey, they still tried to shoot Tom Cruise so he didn't look like a midget during the entire movie, though.
Yeah, I know, man.
They had
but
to.
It's a fail.
They had to. They couldn't have Rosamund Pike in there towering over. Tom
It's as
Cruise.
bad as this Edge of Tomorrow trail I've been watching with Tom Cruise.
I think that looks good.
I just think, man, that Tom
thing about
Cruise, who's
Oblivion.
like 50, you got to remember, we've been watching Tom Cruise for 30 years. At least I have.
I know.
So it's like so I get to a point with Tom Cruise where it's like, come on, man, really? Another one of those?
Seriously? He's in the Denzel Washington zone.
No,
I'm sorry.
he is
oh
not.
my God, yes, he is.
Wait a minute, what's the
Denzel.
okay, fine. What's the Denzel Washington zone?
He's in the Denzel zone. It's the zone where
You mean the two-time Oscar-winning zone? Go ahead.
He's in the zone where you've done all your dramatic movies, the ones that you got the acclaim for, and now you're in this area where you're just making crap, flimsy action movies.
No, hell no.
What is
Okay,
it?
stop.
No.
Stop.
Two
We
Guns?
talked about this last. Okay, stop.
Deja
Of
vu.
all of Denzel
Book of
Washington's
Eli.
movies, you
Deja
always
vu.
wait a minute. Stop.
Did you say deja
Wait, hold on a
vu?
second. Hold on a second.
Get out of
Why
here.
do you keep going to Two Guns as like that's the definitive Denzel Washington movie?
Because
Denzel
it's-
Washington's got
because it
30
is.
years of movies, 5 freaking Oscar nominations, and you
hasn't
want to go
done-
to
he hasn't
Two
done-
Guns?
He hasn't done shit worth talking about
Two
in
Guns
a decade.
was not. Two Guns wasn't horrible.
It was awful.
Okay, stop. We just had this awful conversation. Jack Reacher or Two Guns?
Jack Reacher.
You would take Jack Reacher over Two Guns?
And you know
Wow.
what?
Tell
And you know-
Denzel
and
you
know
said
what,
that.
though?
Whoa.
And you know what though? Jack Reacher isn't even any good. And Two Guns
Okay,
is
hold on a
worse.
second. Hold on a
Two
second. Hold on a
Guns
second.
is worse.
Hold on
It
a
is
second.
a lot worse.
Winter's Tale or Two Guns?
That's stupid.
The other guys are Two Guns.
The other guys.
Yeah, the other guys was actually fun.
The other guys is funny. What are you talking
Neighbors
about?
or Two Guns?
I haven't seen it yet. I see it next week.
Okay, trust me, you gonna go Two Guns.
I'm not going. Look, I'll be honest with you.
Oh man.
There's not a lot that's gonna go.
And what was
below
wrong with
Two
Deja
Guns.
Vu, man? It had Paula Patton in it.
He didn't
What is
understand it.
wrong with
God.
you people?
Just because
I
she was
loved
in
it.
it, just because she was in it, does not make the movie good.
Okay, stop.
Denzel
What was the name of the
Washington-
vampire movie that Zan
Denzel
Coppola
Washington-
did last
Denzel
year?
Washington always has.
Wait,
some
hold on a
hot-
second. See,
somebody
Travis
hot
is
in him.
ignoring this.
No, I'm
what was
not.
the name of the vampire movie that I told you that had those 2 French supermodels in it?
Yeah.
That's an ordinary movie, but
Kiss
it's
the-
elevated.
Kiss the Damned.
Right. So you're gonna tell me that,
Kiss
that a
the
sexy
Damned.
woman can't upgrade a movie?
Kiss the Damned was a sexy movie.
Why
Deja
was it a
Vu.
sexy movie?
Because of the tone and the women in it.
Oh no. More of the 2 women
Whatever.
in it and then the tone.
You want to talk about somebody who's getting
I'm
away?
just saying- I'm
who's
just
getting
saying-
away from the subject.
Of
at
course, I'm
hand?
getting away from the subject because I'm
subject
not
at
going to
hand-
have you talk about Denzel Washington,
The louder
who
you-
is a legendary actor.
The louder you get does not make Denzel any better. It's
Denzel
just-
Washington is a legendary actor.
No one said he's
Denzel,
not.
if you're watching right now, and I know you're on Broadway,
Denzel,
I got your back, Denzel.
Denzel, if you're watching right now, please do a movie where you actually have to act. Again.
Denzel went to
because
Fort Hood.
it's been a long time.
It has
yo.
not been a
where
long
they had
time.
the VA hospital,
He is,
and he dropped like
John Q.
a check on the VA hospital and bought an entire wing of
That's
dorms
awesome.
for the
Right.
VA.
that's
Denzel
awesome.
Washington's an amazing guy.
Two Guns is still ass.
Yo, Book of Eli would kick the crap out of anybody in Two
Here we go
Guns.
again, man. I
Book
think
of Eli is a decent movie. Book
Okay,
of
well,
Eli is
cool.
a decent movie. But I'm talking about a movie where he actually stretched himself. I haven't seen him do that since I know what time it is. Since The Great Debaters.
Did you just give me the I know what he got time? Damn, you just really heated on this
I'll
one.
stay out of the conversation.
Damn.
All right, let's go ahead and take
Woo!
Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we can get away
I
from
love
this
you,
Denzel
Denzel.
conversation and start talking about the
You're the
Amazing
best,
Spider-Man 2.
Denzel.
All right.
How are you?
I don't know what's going on with me.
I can see that. I believe you.
Strange. I feel I got so much anger.
I can see that. I can see you don't want to be here. I can see you're scared. I can see you don't know what's happening to you. I can see that you don't want to hurt anybody. It's gonna be all right.
Got a clear shot. Standing by.
I don't want them shooting
I'm not
me.
gonna shoot you. You guys, this is my buddy Max. I told you about Max. No one shoots at Max. You and me, okay? It's just you and me talking. Whoa, stay right there. Stay right there. Just be careful. The breaks, the electricity.
I just wanted everyone to see me.
He makes a move. You take that shot.
How about you come with me?
Okay.
Go somewhere we'll talk. Away from all these people, okay?
Yeah,
No dubstep electro. All right, cool. All right, so there you go. That was a clip from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Why do you have that look on your face? Did you? What does it matter?
We'll talk about it in a second. Go ahead, man.
No, okay, well, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. You know what's amazing to me about this movie, really?
What is
that-
amazing about it?
Is that it hasn't even been 2 years since the last movie. It hasn't even been a full. it
But
hasn't
you
been a
know
full
why
2 years.
that is,
Well, because they rushed it out.
and why do they rush them out? This is a business.
You tell
This-
me. I'm not
No,
playing.
but I'm saying
this
that-
isn't a game show. Just tell me.
No, I'm saying we both know that Sony has licensed the characters from Marvel, right? So there's a
Right.
certain time period that these movies
Oh,
need to be
that-
made
that's,
in.
That's not the case for this movie.
Well, okay. Well, go ahead.
That's not the case for this movie.
At least you don't think that's a contributing factor?
No,
Okay,
I think
good.
not in this case. There are some
love
instances
getting
where
dismissed.
where that is true. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't mean to make you feel inferior.
Go ahead.
You do that to yourself.
I hate you. Go ahead.
No. I just don't think it's the case this time. I just
Okay.
think they rushed it because Sony is trying to like build the franchise so quickly, And I think that's something that becomes an issue in the movie. But basically, this is Mark Webb coming back to direct this one. Andrew Garfield is back as Spider-Man. Emma Stone is back. You got Jamie Foxx as Electro. I love Emma Stone, by the way. Love her and everything.
Andrew loves her more, though.
He does. And yeah, this is why you see guys fight for roles like this, because they end up dating their co-stars. This is why.
And which is ironic because
This
their
is why.
chemistry is terrible in this.
No, their chemistry is actually the best
That
thing
was a
about this
joke,
movie.
man. That
Okay,
was a
good,
joke.
good. I'm glad.
Their chemistry is horrible.
Their chemistry is the best
These
thing.
real
is the
life
best thing about
lovebirds.
this movie. The best thing about this movie. But basically, in this one, you have Spider-Man. He's about to graduate high school. Gwen Stacy is considering moving to England to go to college. So they're kind of on the outs and kind of on again, off again. He made that promise to her father to stay away, and he's kind of tortured because he can't do it really.
Your dad keeps showing up at the
He
most
keeps having
inopportune
visions
times.
of him. He keeps having visions.
I was
of
waiting to
Dennis
see him
Leary.
have a makeout scene and Dennis Leary be standing back there like this.
Mm-hmm.
Leave her alone.
Yeah, I know, right? So basically, what you have Spider-Man facing 3 villains in this movie. You saw that one scene right there with Jamie Foxx as Electro, who started off as this really geeky engineer over at Oscorp.
Talking about Max?
You have Maxwell something.
Yeah.
Maxwell something. It doesn't matter. Dane DeHaan is Harry Osborn.
The Green Goblin.
Future Green Goblin, yes, the son of Norman Osborn, the original Green Goblin. Then you have Paul Giamatti, who's in there who has basically a cup of coffee in the movie as the Rhino.
Yeah.
You know, so he's got 3 villains to deal with here. A ton of problems, a ton of personal problems. He's got secrets with his father. He's still trying to deal with. It's a lot of stuff they're trying to combine in this one movie. And yes, it's almost about 2 hours and 15 minutes long, and it still feels like they don't quite get to everything.
But let me ask you a question, man, because I know you're the comic guy on this show. All right. Now, this movie and Spider-Man 3, I think there's some similarities because there were three folks he had to fight.
Yep.
Why is it, and this almost feels, Travis, like a problem that I only see in Spider-Man movies. I don't see Batman, they put Batman with one guy, it's Bane, or it's the Joker, or you might get a little Scarecrow. But why is it that in the Spider-Man franchise, they always try to triple him up with all of these? I mean, I'm just asking because I'm curious about that.
That's the way it went in the original comics. When there was the Hunter, there was Venom.
This is,
you know what I mean?
this
It
is-
was always
but can't you tone it down?
This
for
is
the
an
film?
argument. This is an argument that I've heard others make, and it's true to an extent that the comics are a lot like that, where Spider-Man is rarely just facing one guy at a time. He's usually got a number of things that happen to him all at once.
Right.
So I get that, but you're also talking about comics that have an eternity to get those storylines done.
Right.
So in this time, you're talking about trying to get a movie done 2 hours long and trying to get all that stuff, cram all that stuff
too
in there.
much, man.
I agree. I think it's too much. And I think in this case, and I don't usually try to bring in the behind the scenes stuff into how a movie works out.
Right.
But I think Sony, in this case, they've already confirmed sequels all the way up through 2018, 2019. They've already
talking
confirmed
about for Spider-Man?
For Spider-Man.
Okay.
They've already confirmed a Sinister Six movie, which we saw a couple of members of the Sinister Six in this already. A movie for them, and a movie for Venom. So it feels like they're trying to broaden the Spider-Man world all at once, and they're trying to do it all. They're trying to get it all started in this movie. And
You mean much like we're talking about Batman, Superman trying to get the Justice League started?
Kind of, but we need to see how they do it in the next movie. I don't want to criticize them before they actually get that part done.
I am criticizing them, and I hate to say this again. If you're a studio executive and you're watching the show, and I know some of you do because we opened up the Facebook page and some of you liked the page over the week, and we need to encourage more of you to like the page. Why is it that you can't do what's successful? Marvel has created a blueprint.
Not everybody's Marvel. I mean, and I think,
But I know everybody's not Marvel. But Travis, think through what you want to do. Plan it out. Bring it out in stages. Roll it out slowly, and let and build the anticipation. That's why Marvel has been that every movie they put out now is $1 billion movie. There's a reason.
Right. No, I mean, look, I
That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you to an extent. Spider-Man is one character You know, with a great rogues gallery, a great supporting cast. But he's
Right.
not the Avengers, which has multiple characters who can carry their own weight. You know what I mean? It's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a great character on his own, but I do think he's better when he has a singular focus. And this movie does not have a singular focus. I don't think it does. I'll look at one thing in particular. I'll look at the relationship between him and Gwen Stacy.
Right.
Because they're sort of on again, off again throughout this entire movie. They basically have the same conversation over and over again in this movie, which is, should we or shouldn't we? And it's like, yeah, I kind of get it, you know. It's like, but it's as much as I love their chemistry together, it never felt like anything was going anywhere. It kind of got repetitive, you know what I mean? And that really kind of bugged me.
Well, two things, man, that jumped out at me, because I still have not given you an opinion on this movie.
You're right, you haven't.
Thing number one is that I honestly believe that the combination of Garfield and Stone, to me, are much superior than
terrific.
McGuire and Dunst. So that's number one.
That was the dumbest thing ever.
No, but I'm just saying. I mean,
God,
it's dumb, but it's
who
true.
fucked that?
I think
Emma Stone and these guys are great.
But hold on, but let me finish.
I love
I
Tobey
just say
Maguire.
that they feel
Kirsten
more
Dunst.
relatable to me. I can relate to Andrew
Absolutely.
Garfield's
I second
his
I agree.
character in ways that I don't think I ever connected with Tobey Maguire. I mean, I love 2, and I think 2 is the definitive Spider-Man movie. But
I think there's a certain like looseness and freedom to Andrew Garfield that we didn't see in Tobey Maguire. As much as I like Tobey Maguire, and I think he probably looks a little bit more like Peter Parker if I were
Right.
to envision them like as a real person, I felt like, you know, his carefree attitude was more staged and planned and didn't really feel natural to me.
Right.
Whereas it feels like Andrew Garfield, you know, being Andrew Garfield sort of, and I like that. You know, I
Right.
think that part of it works. And Emma Stone, of course, she's great. It's separately, I love Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. I think they're both fantastic. You know, I like
you
them
say
both a lot.
separately.
Yeah, but I don't
not
think,
as those
but
characters.
as those characters, I think they're just okay.
I would
they're
agree.
Good, they're good, but not great.
I would agree.
But Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield are far superior. And you know, and the scenes they have together, as repetitive as they may be, you know, they kind of have a lightness to them that I think was charming.
You're talking about Stone and Garfield. Oh, I would agree. And that, which leads me to the second part of my initial thought, is that I kept sitting there, and I'm not sure if and maybe all of the stuff I had been hearing about the movie leading into the movie may have affected me. It may have affected me, but wait a minute. I watched the movie, and I didn't get the feeling like in Spider-Man 3 that all of the plot points kind of convoluted or I got kind of confused. What I did get was that the character that Jamie Foxx eventually evolves into, which is Electro, and I don't think I didn't really like that character. I mean, I thought that the CGI work was really was well done, but Jamie Foxx really just got a check. And I'm not mad at you, brother. If you get a check and you in a Marvel or a Sony movie,
A lot of people just got checks in this movie. Chris Cooper, he just got a check.
Chris Cooper really got a check.
Poor Felicity Jones, who was Felicia,
Right.
and who we suspect is Felicia Hardy, aka the Black Cat. She was basically in there for about 30 seconds.
And Paul Giamatti. He's got to have the best agent on the planet.
Paul Giamatti's being set up for future movies.
He is being set up, but he had what, 4 scenes in the movie?
He had
man!
I think you're giving him credit. I think he had like 2.
I'm just saying.
But that's it. And I think he's going to be part of the Sinister Six. So I think they're setting him up for that, and I think he might be in part 3 also. Same thing with Dane DeHaan and Harry Osborn. I mean, that friendship they have. You know, Harry plays his old friend who was sent away to boarding school for years.
What's the actor's name?
Dane DeHaan.
Man, he's great. He's just got a singular look. Like I remember him in Kill Your Darlings.
Yep.
He has a look though. Honestly, Travis, I only think works for certain movies. You couldn't put him in like
Great in Chronicle. He's great in Lawless.
But I'm saying, can you imagine him being in a comedy?
Yes.
Or like a movie like that, Awkward Moment? Would he work in a movie like that? No. He's not. He doesn't have kind of a universal appeal.
We'll eventually see him in one of those movies, though, because
we will trash it right here on this show. Oh man, be like, did you see them try to get this dude a comedy? But no, I just get no sense, Travis. Like when you asking me, and I told you people have been talking to me for several days.
Yeah.
I just get no sense. I'm not saying it's the worst movie. It's not the best movie. I'm not even calling it average. It just does nothing for me.
It's disappointing to me because
Nothing.
I feel like I'm one of the few defenders of the first movie. I thought the first one was actually pretty good. And
I did as well.
And a strong way to start this new Spider-Man that we probably didn't have to have, but if we're going to have it, I thought it was a pretty good start.
I thought it was pretty good as well.
I expected this one to improve because normally the second movie is where things get better. Spider-Man 2 was better than the first Spider-Man movie. I expected this one to follow.
You were expecting to take a jump.
Yeah, and it didn't.
It did take a jump. It took a jump and missed and ended up in the ditch.
A jump, yeah,
That's
exactly.
what happened to it. It took a jump.
It jumped the rails.
Oh,
into
man.
the ditch. But yeah, this one was just a big step backwards for me. You know, and it makes me worry about the next movies because this is the one they should have got right. So it makes me wonder.
The same thing about Empire, but you know.
Man, but let me tell you something.
Yeah,
man.
Empire was the best of the movies, you know.
But you
Empire Strikes Back is the best.
know what's really funny though, man. This points to what we talk a lot about there's a fine line between something that's really good and something that's really bad.
Right.
And sometimes you don't know going in. You can look at the cast, you look at the director, you go, okay, well it's got some appeal. The first one worked. There's no guarantee. So for something like Fast and Furious, that franchise, it makes me appreciate. I'm bringing that up.
It took them a long time to get that franchise right.
But think about them now going into the 7th film. Their last 2 have kicked ass.
Yeah.
Those films are really well done, man. And sometimes you jump the rail and you get them wrong. So there is a science to this. It really
Absolutely.
is. I mean,
Absolutely.
and we talk about the Marvel films. You look at Thor. The second Thor I thought was much better than the first one. The second Captain America, it is really a jump over the first one to me.
The only Marvel franchise that didn't do that were like
Iron Man.
It was Iron Man.
Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man started off good and then just.
See, to me, Iron Man started off average and it just kind of ended average.
Damn, I like
it's
the
still
first
average.
Iron Man.
It's still average to me.
The
All
third
three
Iron
are
Man
average.
was wretched. It really
I
was
think
wretched.
that's
man.
a bit harsh. I don't know if it was
Really?
wretched. Yeah,
My
it's not
woman got.
wretched.
Come on, man.
It's not wretched. It's fine.
Like. Okay,
It's fine.
we can talk off
It's
camera.
fine. It's
I
fine.
did not like the. I didn't like the third Iron Man. I really.
it's-
They tried to have him eat mode, and I was like, come on, man. You just grow up, man. Get a pair, man.
They're all just sort of in the same.
And then the second Iron Man.
Yeah, they're all just sort of like, okay, yeah, these are okay.
Yeah,
These are fine.
yeah,
These are fine. None of them did a whole lot for me. But all the other Marvel movies have succeeded.
So
It makes
we
me
both
sad.
agree that the Amazing Spider-Man, despite $92 million this weekend, is just
360 worldwide.
But we agree that it's.
Yeah, I think we.
So the people at home are going, man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. That movie made all that money, and guess what?
Money doesn't
Just
mean
because.
anything.
Thank you.
Money
Just
doesn't
because a
mean
movie made a lot of money doesn't mean that the movie is good.
Right, because I don't count any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies as any good.
Man, you
But
love Johnny Depp, man.
I don't. It's crap. But except in a case like Transcendence, where the numbers are telling the truth, because that movie has stunk up the joint and it sucks.
Yeah,
so,
man.
But if we're talking about Johnny Depp, then we'll be here for
Now,
all
it's
day.
interesting that you
Because
didn't bring
Johnny
up the
Depp-
fact that they announced that, what is this Mordecai movie he's got? They're going to release it in February. So it looks like Johnny Depp's movies are not only moving out of the summer season, they're edging them to like Martin Luther King Day. His next movie after this one will be coming out.
There's no market for another quirky Johnny Depp movie that isn't Pirates of the Caribbean. So February is probably the smart place to put it because there won't be any competition for it.
So sad that what happened to Johnny. But let's move on, man. We both agree that Spider-Man is not all that.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next segment. We're gonna take a quick break, and we got something special here that Jordan is about to play real quick. So let's go ahead
Lord.
and do it.
Again, I didn't clear any of this stuff, so I don't know what Travis is doing.
Might get in trouble for this one.
DJ Fail. Hold on.
Hi, it's a video selfie from London. I'm J.J. Abrams.
I'm Lawrence Kasdan.
And we are desperately missing our families back in California.
But we feel very fortunate to be here in London working on the next Star Wars script.
So as casting announcements continue and the production ramps up, we would just like to wish you
a very happy
Star Wars Day.
Never saw
Hi,
one
it's a
they
video
were-
selfie from London. I'm JJ Abrams.
I'm Lawrence Kasdan.
Hey,
DJ fail. All right, can I tell my Star Wars story before we
you
get
might
started?
get in trouble for that one, but it's okay.
All right. As a critic who's seen over 10,000 films, maybe closer to 15, I never saw Star Wars, any of the first 3 films when they
Ever?
opened.
You never
in
saw
theater.
any of them?
No, I saw them when they re-released them back in 1997, and I remember sitting there and everybody geeking out.
About to kick you out of the room.
No, but I'm saying, I mean, I wasn't a sci-fi guy when I was a teenager. When I was a teenager is when all these movies came out. So I understand the significance of them and why they're special and how they formed the summer season and the relationship between Spielberg, Lucas. I get all of that.
So you don't, but do you like them?
I like the first 3 a lot.
Okay.
I really do. I thought the second 3 sucked. Never mind.
You can say whatever you want.
No, because
You can
I
say
have
whatever you want.
my church folks that watch this show.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
I thought it was like sticky underarm.
We got to censor ourselves.
You don't have to censor yourself. You be you. I'm being
good.
me.
Oh, good.
I didn't like the last 3.
I don't give a shit what they think.
Yeah, man. All right. yeah. I'm
No,
not saying a word, man.
For those who don't know, today is Star Wars Day. Today, May the 4th,
I did not know that.
Today is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you is the phrase. And that's actually
so that's why Brandon posted that this morning?
Yes, that's why everybody's posting it. Hey, if you want to go buy some Star Wars stuff, it's all on sale like everywhere right now. But no,
so are you excited about this?
I don't get excited for Star Wars Day. I actually don't.
No, I'm not talking about Star Wars Day. I'm talking about this new Star Wars film.
It's taken me a while, but I'm starting to get excited now because, seriously, because I'm not a big fan of Disney owning every single thing that I seem to love. Star Wars,
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Shut up. Marvel. They own everything that I like.
The Lone Ranger.
Well, fortunately, they don't own the Lone Ranger. They just made a shitty movie with the Lone Ranger. But they seem to own everything that I'm
Who's
really into.
the local Disney rep, man? Because you know we're gonna get in trouble about this tomorrow.
Well, it just means we won't be going to any of those Disney Marvel junkets anytime soon.
So let's get back to the bigger point, man. Go ahead.
I don't like Disney owning everything that I love. And Star Wars in particular, I'm worried about because, you've seen their plan.
Mm-hmm.
Their plan is basically to have a Star Wars movie come out every year, endless franchising of every single thing they possibly can. And, hey, they got to make money. I get it, right? I get it.
Right.
But to me, Star Wars is meant to be special. It should come out every few years.
Right.
When it comes out, it should be a big deal. It should be an event. It's not an event if I can count on a Star Wars movie like every summer or every December.
But my point is in looking at the casting for the new Star Wars movie, I
we're gonna
noticed
talk
they hit all of the boxes, man. It was like, get a black guy, get a Hispanic guy, get a white,
I think that's actually a smart thing.
You thought, yeah, I did say white.
That's a smart thing.
Really?
Why wouldn't you?
Okay, I'm just saying, man.
This is the show. I actually, when I say that, I actually want you to answer.
I'm going to answer it. My point is that I think so many times in Hollywood, what I see is instead of us going for the actor who's the best, we want to try to appeal across the board. We talked about this we didn't talk about it. Me and Kevin talked about it when we had the We're Not Having Travis week. About why don't you just make movies going after a certain audience, man?
The Secret Show. I'm still never watched that show.
But my point is, but I'm not saying there's a problem with diversity, but I don't like diversity for the sake of diversity. We want to try to market and get everybody.
I don't think it is diversity for the sake of diversity because they put out these casting things a long time ago. I don't think so. But let's talk about the cast that they did put in there because I do think it's interesting.
Go ahead.
The people they put
who do you think was interesting? I thought Mr. Boyega was interesting.
I think they're all interesting for different reasons.
Yeah.
John Boyega is interesting. John Boyega, the star of Attack the Block, a movie we both like a lot.
Now you didn't see what's the name of Sundance, right? Imperial Dreams.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah, Imperial Dreams. I thought he was good in that.
Imperial Dreams, which nobody will ever see, probably.
Oh, probably not, man.
Probably
it got no buzz.
Probably not. Nobody will see Imperial Dreams, which is sad because it's a great movie in the vein of Boys in the Hood. But John Boyega, who will be in the new 24 series that's coming out this
That starts tomorrow. No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay. So yeah, he's going to be in that. He's cast in one role. You got Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, Nell Minow, boy, that is her guy.
Yeah, a lot of people love Oscar Isaac.
He was
Oscar
great
Isaac
in Inside Llewyn
Davis. A lot of other stuff as well. I'm particularly curious about who he's going to be in the movie because I can only see him as like a Han Solo type. I can't see him as anything else.
No, but see, I'm waiting for you to get to my favorite casting of it all.
All right, so I like Domhnall Gleeson, who's in the Harry Potter movies and Frank, the movie we saw at Sundance.
Right.
I don't know what the hell he could be other than an Obi-Wan type.
Okay.
Daisy Ridley, a newcomer that I don't know anything about.
Keep going.
Who else? Who's the other one that's
Max
in there? Max von
Sydow.
Who has to be a Darth?
He is an.
He's gotta be a bad
but
guy, right?
but he fits the who are some of the other actors that were in the original three? He fits the mold of like this serious actor who's going to come in and kind of give it
like Alec Guinness.
Right. He's going to come in and give Star Wars like this kind of like acting gravitas that for all of the sci-fi stuff that's going on, he's going to come in and anchor it from an acting style.
Right.
Or an acting standpoint, I should say, not style.
Right. And I can only see him as either a bad guy like Palpatine or as a sort of old school Jedi.
I think he's going to be the old school Jedi.
I really want to see him as a bad guy though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what did you think about the last three movies, man? Episodes 1, 2, and 3.
They're all pretty shitty, honestly. The third one I think gets better.
Yeah, because it's getting you closer to
because it's getting close to the end.
Right.
Because there's no Jar Jar hardly. It's more violent. The third one is extremely violent by Star Wars terms. It's really dark. And I think Star Wars is always better the darker it gets. Like, I love Empire Strikes Back. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. The darker Star Wars is, the more fun I have with it.
So seriously, we're not going to bring Billy D. Williams back to beat Lando Calrissian?
Do you really need to, though?
Are we bringing back Han Solo?
Look,
are we bringing back?
I love Lando. Every black person loves Lando because he's one of the few. Look, we don't have that many sci-fi heroes. Lando is one of them. I love. So Lando.
JJ couldn't put Lando in the movie, man.
We don't know.
Spock came back.
All the casting is not done yet, so he might be in there and we just don't know.
I mean, even if you just give him kind of a small role, let him just pop up in a scene. I take that.
He might show up. I just don't know what I'd want him to do. That's all.
Problem is he won't have Lando's hair in 2015.
He won't have Lando's anything. Really, he might look like two Landos. Actually, that's the problem. So I mean,
did they get Lando a wig? I mean, I'm just asking.
I mean, the thing that I'm worried about is that John Boyega is going to be like Lando Calrissian's son, because I don't want that. I want there to be.
Oh, that is absolutely what he's going to be.
I want there to be more than one black family in this galaxy far away.
But that is exactly what he's going to be.
But it doesn't seem like that's ever the case, because
you know what his name is going to be.
As soon as the rumors came up, it was like, because I remember at one time there was Michael B. Jordan out for the movie too. Every time a black person was rumored for the movie, they had to be related to a Calrissian.
You know what John Boyega's name is going to be?
Calrissian.
What's this? His name is going to be Larry Calrissian.
Larry Calrissian. Yeah. No, it was just ridiculous.
Man.
So there's only one black family. I guess that's one more than we saw in the Flintstones or the Jetsons, I guess. But
in Happy Days. Well, no, actually, they did have a black guy in Happy Days. He was a drummer named Sticks. Wait a minute. Didn't Goodfellas? We should do a special show on that, like iconic things that had no black people in it, and then they tried to put one in there.
Goodfellas had one.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, who by the way was the trifling dude who left the truck and got a bullet in the back of his head.
Yeah, you'd be late to your own funeral.
right. So wait a minute, you don't remember Sticks in Happy Days?
Jimmy Stacks. I only watched a couple episodes of Happy Days, so I don't really know.
Man, it was hilarious.
I don't have a frame of reference for Happy Days.
They tried to have this kind of racial thing, like, you're okay, Sticks.
It's funny when shows do that, because
oh man,
it's funny when shows do that because I watched. It's an admittedly terrible show, although it got better last season. I watch HBO's Girls, right, with Lena Dunham.
I don't watch.
And one of the criticisms that they had for the first couple of seasons that there was no black people, like nobody of.
And who did they stick in there?
Of any minority whatsoever. So they stuck in Donald Glover. Donald Glover was in there for a few episodes, and he got his chance to bang Hannah, for a couple episodes. whatever. So that was like their attempt to address the issue, and then he was gone, and he was just gone. And it's like, really? I'd rather you just not done it at all.
Now wait a minute, you watched The Sopranos, right?
Yeah.
You remember they had Charles Dutton in the episode? No, I just think it's hilarious to me. It feels like you force it in there. It's like, let me get a black guy.
I think it's hilarious anytime Charles Dutton is in anything. There's something about him. Maybe it's because I still see him as Rock. Even after all these years.
Where's Jordan?
Which, by the way, Rock, one of the worst shows ever.
No, Rock is not one of the worst shows. But wait a minute. Jordan can't find it. Did you remember Menace to Society?
Yes.
All right.
The Hunt is on?
Oh my.
The hunt is
the
on.
hunt is on, and you're the prey.
How can you not remember that scene? It's one of the best scenes of the movie. It's not
what I'm saying. It is almost the quintessential
it was pure Charles Dutton.
Oh my
God,
Dutton. Man!
It was pure.
The
Dutton.
hunt is on.
When I think of Charles Dutton, you know what I think of now? I think of when he played Charles Moose in the DC Sniper movie. That's like because it was just so stupid.
No, but you know what's always funny to me, and we're probably saying the same thing, is that Charles Dutton comes from the theater. So like even when he's doing like a television show, like I would love to see Charles Dutton do a love scene. Baby, give it to me now.
He was dating. He was with Halle Berry. Remember in that one Thriller? He was with Halle Berry.
Oh, Gothica.
Oh, it's awful. Gothica is terrible. And it was Charles Dutton. It was Charles Dutton and Halle Berry, and it was instantly ridiculous. It was instantly terrible.
Charles Dutton overacts in every scene, man.
Because
it's like
you were like Charles Dutton.
He gives you. Yeah. You ever heard the phrase "doing too much"? Charles Dutton is doing too much in every scene he's in.
I think he's playing Rock in every movie.
Oh man!
I think.
Whoa!
It's such a bad show.
I used to love that.
It's such a bad show.
I used to like Rock, man. His brother was cool. You know, Rocky Carroll.
When Tone Loc would come out there, you were happy. You were happy.
Oh, that was bad. That's when Rock jumped the ship, man.
Jumped the shark.
Oh man, no,
it's always like that.
No, I was cool at the beginning, man.
It's a bad show.
Oh man, but
yeah, I like how we've gone.
I just wish we could have had that. Like Jordan could have found that, because that is classic comedy, man.
It's not a great scene in a great movie, but it's probably the most memorable scene in a great movie.
It's not the most memorable scene. I like Menace to Society.
Me too.
Okay.
You and I have had this conversation before where I think there was always that sort of divide. Like you were like Boys in the
Hood guy or Menace to Society guy.
I was always a Menace to Society
Well,
guy.
I actually like them both. I just think that Boys in the Hood.
What's up, young buck?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, how's work?
Well, you know, white man always on your back. But what else is new, huh? Have a seat.
What's up, man? Chilling. So what y'all talking about? Not much, just chatting.
Yeah, we talking about this Kansas trip.
Kansas? So what about Kansas?
So what are you gonna do, KD?
What are you gonna do?
We never get
You
him on
gonna
the
fuck
show.
around out there in the streets till you get killed?
Do you have video of it?
Like your cousin,
Audio?
maybe?
I can get video. Okay.
Oh man.
And you need to see his face.
Holy monkey. When he says the hunt is on and you're the prey, I might fall out my chair, because I fell out my chair in the theater watching it. Oh,
No,
man.
Charles, this has been Charles. We should send this video to Charles Dutton's people.
Jordan, another guest we're never getting on Addicted to Film.
I think if we counted all the bridges we burned already in only 6 episodes.
Hold on a second. I'm getting text messages. What's going on?
Are
Man.
people complaining about our bashing of Charles
Oh,
Dutton?
somebody wrote, don't forget that whack moment at the end of Rudy, the clap and walk. Oh man, I forgot about that in Rudy.
Me too. Oh man,
I'm
that's
sorry.
funny.
We don't show up every week and trying to like pick on people, because you
No.
were you here? Did we just we got Marlon Wayans last
Your
week? didn't we?
critics.
We did Marlon.
Yeah.
We killed Marlon Wayans last week.
We gotta find a white guy to kill, man, because we're gonna start getting people complaining that we're only killing black actors.
It's more fun to kill black people.
No, it's not. Hey, let me move my chair out the way.
Send your emails to filmgordon@gmail.com.
No, you don't, man.
But no, it's only funny because
Why do you think that's so funny?
Uh-oh.
Because
I hear it.
You know, I can see it now.
Oh man. Jordan is working behind the scenes to.
I wish y'all could see Jordan like rummaging around trying to. He's like digging through the tapes, trying to find this.
But actually,
scene from this
we
society.
need to see.
But no, the reason why we pick on black people is because it's
man.
it's us.
But there's some white actors that I can't stand either. That, like Brendan Fraser and Keanu Reeves. I always want them to do a buddy comedy because I think it would just put me to sleep right at the beginning.
But we don't feel that kinship with them the way we do.
I feel like kinship with Neo
because we want them to do better. You know, we want them to be better, and they're just.
You don't want Keanu Reeves to be better than 47 Ronin?
47 Ronin is a bad movie, but Keanu Reeves did good in Man of Tai Chi last year.
Okay, man. All right.
If we're gonna
Keanu Reeves, did you ever see A Walk in the Clouds?
It's not good.
Really?
It's not good.
Really?
It's not good. But look,
you want me to start naming some more Keanu Reeves films? Because that dude.
Only if I can keep naming some bad Denzel movies.
Dude, well, watch this. I'm going to win because Denzel Washington hasn't made a lot of bad movies.
It's not a fair comparison. They're not the same. Denzel's obviously better. But
I don't think you like black people.
Damn it, you figured it out. It took you 6 episodes, but you figured it out.
Speaking of black people this week, did you see the picture of Leon Jenkins from the NAACP in L.A.?
You mean the guy who just had to step down?
Yeah. Did you see his picture?
No.
Somebody wrote on Facebook the funniest thing.
This is what happens when there's only one movie that comes out.
But wait a minute. But listen to this.
Talk about
somebody wrote it. It was a picture of him, and it said, "Man, Leon Jenkins looks like." Leon Jenkins. He had a Jerry curl. He looks exactly what you would think a Leon Jenkins looks like.
He looked like Cookie Head Jenkins from Hollywood Shuffle.
No, he looked like Cookie Head Jenkins' father. That's what was funny. and watch this. Yeah, Leon, we making fun of you. Seriously? 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards for Donald Sterling?
He's an idiot.
Woo! Cookie, that's good, Travis. That's Cookie Head Jenkins' daddy. Yeah, Jenkins.
One thing I'll always remember is Hollywood Shuffle references.
Oh, bro.
Every time.
Oh, Hollywood Shuffle, man. Now, that's a funny movie.
It's a classic
That
movie.
is a funny movie, man.
Oh, we got it?
We got it. Let's go.
Here we go.
Charles Dutton time.
So funny. Because it is. You know, I can see it now. You can go up there and mess around and bring back one of your devils to my house.
Wait, you know I'm not bringing no devil to the house.
Oh, I see you checking out them white girls.
Now, you know how I feel about my black women. Now, why you gonna throw that on me? I ought to take you outside and knock you out right now.
Hey,
whoa, bud.
I brought you in. I'll take you out. Yeah, okay.
Jordan, good job on that.
Took you long enough, my brother.
Good find.
Anyway.
Hey, KD. You know? So what's up, young buck?
Every line
Yeah.
over
Hey,
at.
how's work?
Well, you know, white man always on your back. But what else is new? Have a seat.
What's up, man? Shit. So what y'all talking about?
Oh, man.
Not much, just
White
chatting.
man.
Yeah, we
Back.
talking about this Kansas trip.
Kansas.
Kansas.
So what about
He's
Kansas?
not good either, by the way.
Which is why you haven't seen him in any movies.
So what are you gonna do, KD?
Uh-oh. Look at the face.
Look at the glasses.
You gonna fuck
Even the glasses are
around out there in
overacting.
the streets?
Even the glasses
You
are
get
over the
killed?
top.
Like a cousin, maybe?
Wait a minute. Wait,
What's
here it
that,
comes.
sir?
Here it comes.
Well, Sharif tells me him and Stacy have been trying to get you to leave with him.
Right.
Yeah, but
Confused look.
Overly
I don't know about
confused.
no Kansas.
Watch this.
Yeah, you know, I hear you there, you know.
Uh-oh. Glasses
Uh-oh.
off.
I was teasing Sharif about that before you
Be
came
serious
in.
now. The glasses came
But
off.
what are you gonna do if you stay?
Uh-oh.
You know, Sharif used to get into all kinds of shit before he found the nation. Now, I'm no Muslim,
Oh, man.
but I agree,
I agree.
with some of the things they say regarding black people. And if Allah helps to make him a better man than Jesus can, then I'm all for it.
So what you trying to say, Mr. Butler?
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
What
Here we go.
else?
Uh-oh.
Changes you have to make.
It's building.
Then you just do it.
He's on low simmer right now.
You gotta think about
Turn the
your
heat up.
life.
Turn the heat up.
Being a black man in America
It ain't easy.
isn't easy. The hunt is on.
Yeah.
And you're the prey.
Oh, and you're the prey.
Oh man.
All I'm saying is.
Oh
All I'm saying
man, it's good. It's good stuff.
All right, we can kill it right there, man.
That's awesome.
Woo, I just got a text message, man, from somebody watching the show, and they wrote, and I quote, "Y'all are wrong, but this is hilarious."
You crazy. You crazy. You crazy. You see when he
Oh, man.
you see when he took the glasses off? It was like it was like the Mets turn around the rally cap. You know,
No.
like,
The funniest part though is when he says, "And you're the prey," and his jaw kind of shakes. Oh my God, man.
Oh my God.
Woo.
And
Charles Dutton, I love you though, man. I mean, but this was funny though.
The guy he's talking to, by the way, whose name I don't remember.
Tyron Turner.
Thank you. He's not very good either.
Which is why you haven't seen
I know,
Tyron Turner.
He hasn't been in anything else.
You remember what was the movie he played where he had these Coke bottle glasses on? Was that Belly?
Oh
That
yeah,
was
it
Belly,
was.
yeah.
It was Belly. Wow.
Yeah. Ooh.
Woo.
Yeah.
Man, that was great. Good one.
Next
All right.
week on the show, Tyron Turner references.
Next week on the show, Charles Dutton will be joining us on next week's show.
All right, man. We got a minute to go. Before we get out of here, Travis, one more time. Spider-Man reeks. Even though it made $92 million, don't believe the hype.
Yeah, it's no good.
It's going to get crushed next week because Godzilla's coming.
Godzilla comes out in 2 weeks.
Don't worry. When it comes, Spider-Man's going to be like this.
Next week we've got Neighbors with Seth Rogen.
Oh, my
and
God.
Zac Efron.
I've already seen it.
You already saw it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't want to hear anything.
Okay. I can't wait. I can't wait for that one.
I don't want to hear it.
Let's get on out of here.
I'm looking forward to it. And we're going to talk God's Pocket too, which is a movie you like.
So you got my text, man. You know what I said.
Later.
Take care.
Hi, I'm Olivia Fox from The Olivia Fox Show, and I'd like to tell you about one of the hot young engineers / producers over here at Listen Vision Recording Studios, Sergio